Welcome everybody to Let's Go Football. My name is S-Fan. I am here with Ryan Shazier, former Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker, and GrandPooBear, a fellow streamer of mine, GTARP or Speedrunner. And we have a lot to talk about today, actually. The Chargers last night look legit. Kyler Murray might be MVP, and it's also never too late to make picks for this next week. So go ahead and introduce yourself, guys.
You know, I'm Ryan Shazier. I used to. I wouldn't say that. I'm Ryan Shazier. I used to play for the Pittsburgh Steelers. I was a Ohio State Buckeye and two-time Pro Bowler. All right, there. I like the little graphic right there. There we go. All right, I'm feeling it. But I was a big shot. I'm not gonna lie. No, I'm playing around. I was pretty good in the NFL, and unfortunately, I got hurt, and now I stream and get to hang out with these guys.
Yeah, there you go.
Yeah. I'm GrandPooBear, former running back for the Mount Clemens Chiefs, 5th grade football, Pee-wee, Toy Bowl MVP, Speedrunner. Speedrunner. I play a lot of Mario, play the GTARP from time to time. With you, why do none of our people have arms, by the way? Like, what is it? The no arms, no legs. The no legs is fitting for our streamers, but like, what is up with this, Also, what hat am I wearing? Am I in like a Kankle over there? Is this like...
we ran out of money. Yeah, we ran out of money and we couldn't afford it.
They were going to do a helmet.
The model, yeah. We couldn't afford it. So,
what is a professional speedrunner?
I play video games really fast, like really, really well and fast. Preferably fast. Well isn't so important, yeah. And like we cheat the system. We do whatever we can to, like, yeah. If we got to deflate a ball to go fast, that's what we do,
Hey, you're not the only ones. But yeah, and for me, I guess who I am. Those of you guys who don't know who I am. My name is S-Fan. I stream a lot of stuff, IRL, variety. I used to do a lot of World of Warcraft. Every Saturday I do a tailgate show. I call it S-Fan's Tailgate Tours, and I go somewhere else all around the country, go to different colleges, go to different games. This upcoming week, we're going to the Cotton Bowl, excuse me. So that'll be the big rivalry, Texas versus Oklahoma. So yeah, that's a little bit of who I am. Yeah, I played at SMU for a week and then I got hurt. So I played for a little bit and I got hurt like right away. And then I worked on staff for 2 years. So that's where my football experience comes from. And unfortunately, I am a Cowboys fan. But yeah, we do have a lot to talk about today, and we want to get you guys involved in chat. So we're going to do all kinds of stuff. We're going to have some polls. We're going to have some overlays on the screen that you guys are going to be able to take part in. And wait, actually, what's your favorite team? You're a Lions fan, aren't you?
Yeah, I'm a Lions fan. I was born into it. We don't choose this life, you know what I mean? It just kind of, the life chooses us right there.
Obviously.
Yeah.
You choose your team. Like,
no. Like, here's the thing. I don't know if you ever went to Detroit, but Detroit is just like, it is a die-hard sports town, but we are die-hard for our Detroit teams. Like, there's no random Cowboy fan. There's no random Bulls fans. We don't get any Yankees fans in Detroit. Like, it is the D, like we all have the D tattooed on us at some point. I got one on my back. Literally all of us. We're all the same. We all rock
It's just
hard.
how it goes.
So does the D stand for like how good y'all teams are?
Yeah, it's a great.
Man, the old English D. You know what I mean? Tradition of hope.
So speaking of grades, Pooh, what would you grade this play? We're gonna show you a play on stream right here. Yeah, on the screen right now. What would you grade this? What letter grade would you grade this play right here?
I feel like
it's just a question.
Oh my god.
Oh, that's obviously a D. God. That's obviously a D.
Oh yeah, that was. I mean, the fact that it bounced like directly into the linebacker's hands too. It like couldn't go anywhere else. Like it directly into. Even tackle.
I've never imagined that happening.
I mean, I've seen it like where the quarterback's looking away, it pops over his head, but never just directly off the thigh into a defender's hand. Like he intercepted the snap right there. That was a legit interception of the snap.
Yeah, I mean that was absolutely.
Yeah.
It hits him right. I think it looks like Jared Goff's coming up because he's trying to make a call. He's calling for something, and then the guy just snaps it. So I don't know if he thinks he's I don't know what he's thinking.
Listen, I mean, between that and Tucker's 66-yard field goal, yeah, I mean, this is like the most Lions things to happen. You know what I mean? That can only happen too in the red zone. Like that's only happening as a Lions fan in the red zone.
That's definitely Lion football, like you said. Like it's nothing more Lionish than that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I know you probably thought y'all won when Tucker hit that field goal too, because it bounced off.
Dude. Yeah, I mean, you even saw half the crowd thought they won. Like half the crowd starts cheering, which just makes it like such a even more awkward moment. Is that half the dome is going crazy like we just won after their 19th Bud Light they've had, and in all reality, like Justin Tucker just set a record, dashed our hopes. And I mean, I said before the season, I was like, I personally like. After the Stafford trade, it was looking, we're looking to the future. We got 805 draft picks the next 3 years. If we can get another number one next year, that would be wonderful. We can go ahead and get that franchise QB, which, like, nothing against Joff. I think, Joff is there and he's going to do what he needs to do. And what he needs to do, Goff.
Jay Goff, dude.
Jay Goff. He is there, and he is doing what he needs to do, which is lead us to mediocrity.
Yeah. So let's talk a little bit about Monday Night Football last night. Chargers had a huge win against the Raiders last night, and the Raiders actually they cut it close. They almost came back. So Denver, Vegas, Chargers, they're all 3-1 in the AFC West. As you can see, Kansas City is 2-2. How do you guys feel about that? How did you guys feel about the game last night? And what do you guys think about the AFC West in general?
Based off of what I've seen so far this season, it looks like the Chargers are the best team in the AFC West. It looks like the Chargers are the best team in the AFC West. You can't doubt the Chiefs. The Chiefs are going to make the playoffs. The Chiefs are going to figure things out. But the Raiders, they came in this really high. They had the high-powered offense, and especially when you play in divisional games, they know who you are. They understand how to play against you, and they're used to it.
Yeah.
So I wasn't surprised by this at all. I think it just showed everybody what the Raiders' weaknesses are, and we've seen the Chargers play a few teams, and they've been able to do the same thing consistently versus everybody they played. So I think the Chargers, I won't say they're the best team in the AFC, but I feel like they're a pretty solid team. They're gonna be a really, really strong contender in the AFC.
What about, do you think Denver are pretenders right now, especially now that Teddy's hurt?
I definitely think they're pretenders, and I think the Steelers are gonna beat them this week. I just gotta, definitely talk about the Steelers a little bit. But I think the Steelers are gonna beat them this week.
You gotta be careful. You don't want to talk about them too much, Ryan. You gotta be careful.
hey, I'm Michael Irvin of the Steelers. He talking about Dallas. I'm talking about the Steelers, baby.
Yeah, there you
go. I think Denver is good because their defense is good. But the fact that Teddy Bridgewater is hurt, I think it's gonna really hurt their chances this season.
Yeah. I mean, that's the problem Denver's had for last few years, really. I can't even think of when they've had like a solid, good quarterback that they can rely on since Jay Cutler. Did they have anyone since him? It's been a long time where they've had a guy where they're like, oh, he's the guy. Maybe I'm misremembering. Maybe chat, you guys can tell us. Oh, Manning.
You definitely had Peyton Manning. I forgot
Manning.
They definitely had Peyton.
So they pulled in Manning, but then since Manning, there hasn't been anybody.
Yeah, no, there hasn't been. They haven't had it.
Since their last great quarterback, they won a Super Bowl. That was in the 2000s. So that's not that long ago.
No, yeah, I mean, they have a Super Bowl in the last decade. It's not, but I mean, still, like you said, the quarterback position has been a struggle for them. For years and years. And it looked like Bridgewater was kind of right in the ship. It looked like Bridgewater was the team definitely believes in Teddy Bridgewater, which is probably one of the biggest deals. I don't know. I mean, Ryan, you can probably speak on that way more than me because my Pee Wee quarterback.
No, you definitely can see that they believe in him, that he's a leader on their team. And then even when you see when they talk about him as a teammate, a lot of the players, they really trust him and believe in him. So I think it sucks that he's hurt because he's having a good season. And it's not when I'm saying good season, it's not just the numbers. It's just the way that he's managing the team and helping them win games because he understands what the defense can do. But
Ryan, on that point,
it's gonna be tough.
I was gonna ask you something. A lot of times people look at like a good season, and some people look at wins and losses. Some people look at stats. I'm the kind of guy who I say like, it's very much a team sport. So there can be a guy who's like putting up numbers and this and that, and they just don't win. But do you where do you really how do you really compare the two whenever you look at a guy, let's say a quarterback or any position, right? Offensively, like whenever a guy's having a really good season.
Are you talking about teams or are you talking about players?
I'm talking about players individually in relation to actually their teams winning. Because I know because it's like the big thing is with like a quarterback conversation, right? Like, with let's say Tony Romo. Okay, I'm gonna not that I'd be biased or anything, right? Tony Romo obviously put up numbers and all this stuff, but
he won a lot of games.
They didn't win a Super Bowl. He did win a lot of games. They didn't win a Super Bowl. So then, like, I feel like he doesn't get the credit he deserves because he just didn't have the team there to actually finish it. You know what I mean? I'm just randomly thought
what do you feel like? They definitely had a team. They just didn't win.
Well, I mean,
like, it's really hard. It's really hard to win.
Pretty rough though. Their O-line was pretty rough.
It's really hard to win a Super Bowl. It's really hard to win a Super Bowl. Like it's extremely hard to win a Super Bowl.
No,
think
about
it.
Think
about it.
People they discredit him because he didn't win a Super Bowl. That's what
I think. At the end of the day, like quarterbacks are always to a certain degree going to be judged by Super Bowls the same way star players in the NBA are judged by championships to a certain point.
But isn't that
more so than other positions? Yeah, more so than other positions.
I think that's dumb.
Tony Romo plays in a really rough era of Manning and Brady, where it's just extremely difficult to Mannings and Brady, were just extremely difficult to even get to the Super Bowl, let alone win one, in that era. And but with that being said, you're always going to judge them to a certain degree by that. But Romo, Romo's great. Romo's great. Why are we talking about Tony Romo? Let's talk about the AFC West. Man.
Well, yeah. I was just giving an example.
To me, I feel quarterbacks are overrated. Honestly, I feel like they're the most overrated position.
Spoken by a true defensive player,
The reason I say that, right? The reason I say that is not Tony Romo, Tom Brady, right? He wins multiple Super Bowls, and everybody say, "Oh, it's Tom Brady win a Super Bowl." But think about it. Every time Tom Brady won a Super Bowl, he has had a top 5 defense.
Yeah.
And nobody say, "Oh, that defense won the Super Bowl." They always say Tom Brady. Or if somebody else, loses a Super Bowl because their defense, they'll be like, "Oh, the defense played bad." I'm like, whoa, it's like, come on, man. To me, I just feel like they always want to put the pressure on somebody or over somebody. And me personally, I think that it's they try to say it's the ultimate team game, but they try to put everything on one player. And I'm not a fan of that. But in this division right now, the best quarterback playing in this division right now is Justin Herbert. He's not the best quarterback, but he's the best quarterback playing.
So do you think he's in the MVP combo?
Yeah, definitely think he's in MVP combo right now. My MVP is definitely Kyler, but he's in the MVP combo.
Yeah, for sure. So we did talk about Brady a little bit. Let's move on to the next game, actually. Tom Brady versus New England, or the Bucs versus New England, but the whole story was basically Tom Brady versus New England, which is kind of ridiculous, right? You were talking about putting too much credit on one guy or another, but that was basically like the big highlight of this last weekend. He set the all-time passing records in the win. What do you guys think about the narrative that he kind of proved he was the reason for the success in New England instead of Bill Belichick? How do you guys feel about that narrative that was kind of being pushed?
I personally hate that particular narrative because, like you said, it does take a team to go, and I don't like that narrative. But I do think that Tom Brady deserved a massive love fest. Like I think he deserved all the praise and admiration coming back. I mean, he played there for 205 years, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And won so many Super Bowls. Like he absolutely, I mean, personally, I think they should have done a little bit more. I think they should have had a little bit more moment when he broke Breeze's record. I understand it's a record that just got broken in recent years, so it's not necessarily as hollowed anymore. But I think they should have spent more time on that. I think that he absolutely deserved all of that love fest. I don't think Belichick deserves kind of the junk he's getting right now. He's saddled with Mac Jones and in a transitional squad, you know what I mean? But I absolutely 100% think Brady should have got all the love and more.
No, I agree. I think Brady definitely deserved all the love. He was in that franchise for almost 20 years. So for somebody to be somewhere for 20 years, he definitely deserved all the love, all the respect, because you won 6 Super Bowls there. You know, you helped them win, and they didn't win any before. You helped them become the franchise they are now. So I think he deserves all that love. But I also feel people didn't put enough respect on Bill Belichick's name, and he basically showed them, hey, I'm Bill Belichick. Because you've seen that in the game. Tom Brady can't really do anything, and Mac Jones really outpaid him.
Yeah.
If you really,
he threw 19 straight completions at one point.
Yeah.
I mean,
He outplayed him.
That was great.
Well,
I mean,
well,
go ahead. Sorry, I'm going to cut you off.
No, you're fine. I'm sorry. I cut you here. You go.
Well, I was just saying it's one of those things where a lot of times we talk about it again. It's people look at the wins, the losses, but let's actually transition that into Mac Jones a little bit. Mac Jones, he's a guy who played at Alabama. Alabama quarterbacks have a little bit of a reputation for being like the bus driver type of quarterback, where they're good at managing the team. They have a strong run game. They got a strong defense. How do you think that's going to go for Mac Jones for the rest of the year as a rookie quarterback? How do you think he's doing?
I think he's doing a good job. He's managing the team. Like he's playing quarterback. I don't see him make any spectacular throws or anything spectacular. He's doing a good job of throwing intermediate to short passes. If he has a long pass, he may throw it every here and now. But he didn't even have the longest pass of the day on his team. You know, so basically he's a good quarterback and he's doing his job. But the way they set up the system there is basically, hey, manage the game, do a good job, give it to your playmakers, and we're going to have a good defense. And the way the Patriots play is they allow other people to make mistakes, and then they capitalize off other people's mistakes. And as long as he play like that, the Patriots are going to be fine. They're not this year. It might be rough, but if he plays like that throughout his career, he's going to be cool. I think it's nothing to worry about with him.
Well, a lot of people forget that early Tom Brady was exact same way. You know what I mean? Tom Brady was not throwing 300 yards year 2. You know what I mean? He was definitely like you said, a bus driver. You know what I mean? He was just kind of moving the team and did what he needed to do. You know what I mean? It's not till years and years later that he became the, you know.
Yeah,
God,
no, absolutely. I mean, Lajar in chat even says Mac Jones was copying Brady to the extent of stealing Brady's draft day physique. So, I mean, it's what it was, you know, run that 5-flat 40. I mean, you might as well be an O-lineman out there. So, no, it's true. I mean, I think sometimes a guy comes in and you just have to do your job, right? They say, like, know your role, do your job, win your battle, all that stuff. You don't need to do more than what your job is. And if you can, then great. You know, and a lot of times your job is to do things that makes other people do their job as best they can, right? Especially if you're an offensive lineman, that's literally your entire job. So,
right, literally.
Go on. Yeah, exactly. Let's see this video real quick too. We do have a video of what was going on with Steve Belichick here, with Bill's son. I mean, he's doing a little bit of what this is.
Just that hair though, like, bruh.
Dude, this is the defensive coordinator.
Yeah. See, I was saying this.
What is he doing right now?
Dude, your dad's, you know, makes $10 million a year. You got that haircut? Like, come on, man.
Well, listen, if your dad's Bill Belichick, you know, you got some kind of crazy in the bloodline. So there's something going on. What I thought, whenever I first saw it, I thought, you know, the Patriots they're known for doing a little bit of, you know, extracurricular tactics for looking at what the other team's doing. They've done this before. I thought they were making signals. I thought he was calling like cover 3 or something with his face, because sometimes making signals from the sideline. I thought he was calling signals with his face. But cover 3, man under.
He looks wild out here.
You know what? Here's the thing about the Patriots coaching staff is you could make up any conspiracy about this and I will believe it. Like, straight up. You could say he's signals, paying off the ref, he's hollering at a cutie in the stands. It doesn't matter what you say. I will believe it at this point about the Patriots coaching staff.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
Let's move on to the next game. The next game to talk about, I think, is Cardinals-Rams. Cardinals, they beat the Rams by 17 in LA on Sunday, and they're 4-0 now. So they're leading the NFC West. Kyler Murray is on fire. Do you guys think do you think the Cardinals are for real?
I do. I think Kyler Murray is the the favorite for MVP this point in the season. I understand there's only 4 games and it's a lot of football left, but I think Kyler Murray, man, he's playing on another level right now. I know he did this last year as well, but I think he has all the talent around him. He has AJ Green, D-Hop. He has a nice receiving core. Mm-hmm. He has a speed back, a power back, and he can run. He's like Baby Yoda out there playing football. Really, like he can just he's teleporting through the field. Like he's doing some Jedi moves out there because he's really making things happen. And I think their team is solid, man. They have a really good team.
Yeah, I mean,
what do you think?
Yeah, right now, I think Arizona is looking like the best team in the league. Kyler Murray is definitely the leading candidate for MVP 4 weeks into the season. But I mean, it's not just the teams they beat; it's how they win. I mean, this Rams team that was such a popular preseason Super Bowl pick has come out feeling lights out, and they just put it to them. You can't forget Week 1, where they just absolutely stopped the Tennessee offense and stopped Derrick Henry. And we've seen since Week 1, Derrick Henry has proceeded to go off like he normally does. But they just absolutely stopped it. Arizona looks so good. Chandler Jones is going to end up with 82 sacks by the end of the season. Like the whole from offense, defense, Hopkins is playing great. You know what I mean? Like the only thing that can maybe stop them is like, I don't know, Hopkins isn't vaccinated, so maybe something happens to him. Like what can stop Arizona right now? Like realistically, like they look so good at the moment.
Yeah, I think they're absolutely on fire. You've got Kyler Murray there doing incredible things. Cliff Kingsbury coming from Texas Tech. The thing that I noticed that they do so well is if you look at their offense, it really does look almost like a college offense that's adapted to the NFL. And Cliff Kingsbury, he played at Texas Tech. He coached at Texas Tech for years. He's from that Mike Leach, that air raid sort of thing with Hal Mummy and those guys who kind of established the air raid offense, trying to do a lot of that quick game passing, get the ball out. If they don't want to beat you vertically, they can beat you horizontally. They can get the ball out to slot receivers and stuff, short, quick game. There's a lot of receivers from Texas Tech that had come out in the NFL and played just like that, like Wes Welker or Danny Amendola. I think taking those sorts of offensive schemes and philosophies and applying them to what Kyler Murray does, being athletic, being able to run with the football, and giving him the opportunity to do a lot of run pass option type stuff, I think it's been really, really good.
Yeah, that's crazy. Mm-hmm. Dave is out here crazy. Baby Yoda's
Kyler Murray.
Stephon, man, tell us. I remember you said, man, you had a crazy story about Kyler Murray.
Oh yeah. So I mentioned this a little bit earlier in the show. I used to work at SMU. So Kyler Murray played at Allen High School. I was at SMU in Dallas, so he's just down the road. And I was a part of the video staff, recruiting staff. I did pretty much everything at SMU, but the main thing I did was like a lot of digital recruiting and that kind of stuff. And we recruited Kyler Murray pretty hard early on, and obviously we didn't do a very good job because it didn't.
You hear this? You hear this? First of all, why in the hell is SMU recruiting Kyler Murray? Y'all are never going to get
it. Hometown.
You gotta try, man.
I'm telling you, if you're in Dallas,
no way.
You within an arm's reach, you can make an unbelievable college football team of just Dallas talent. Like there's talented players all around the country.
How many of those guys did you guys get?
Yo, come on.
We got a few of them.
What are you doing here, man?
Hey, undefeated 5-0. Right now, SMU's 5-0.
I was about to say SMU's a solid collegiate program.
I think we're 24.
You must be like a Michigan State fan or something.
Yo, I'm a Colorado buff, so
that's biased. You're from Ohio.
Everything's left in the 90s for me. So.
Man, this is crazy. Like the best player they had in SMU since possibly if they got Kyler Murray is Eric Dickerson.
Yeah. But I mean,
they haven't been good. They haven't been
player. That's a good.
They haven't been good since the Pony Express, and you see how they got him. Y'all almost got banned. Like y'all almost got.
Hold on. Look, I don't know about. I wasn't around then. A lot of people think I'm 40. I'm not 40. Okay, I'm 21. All right. Anyway, so look, listen. we were pretty good. We did a pretty good job. We did try and recruit. But I'm gonna be honest. I think with Kyler and his honestly his dad. I think Kyler and his dad, they might have just been coming around because they like the attention. Honestly, because you bring those guys in, you recruit them, and it's like they show up and it's like, oh, they're the big shots there. So maybe that's all it was. Maybe they just liked the attention. So they knew they weren't coming there. But a lot of people, it's crazy because now we're talking about Kyler Murray being NFL MVP. And I saw this kid in high school. We saw him in college. At one point, he quit. Remember? At one point, he wasn't even going to play football. Do I remember that right? He went to A&M.
Yeah, he was playing baseball.
Yeah, he wanted to go play baseball at Oklahoma. Then the whole thing is so strange to me. And coming out of high school, a lot of colleges, and this was the big question with him, is he even a quarterback? Because that was something else, because he was going to come to SMU and play quarterback if he came to SMU. But, like, Texas wanted him to play safety.
Keep saying if. Like,
okay, look, Ryan, just unbelievable, man. Come on. We had a chance, okay? It was 1%, but we had a chance. But, no, you didn't really know what he was going to do, right? You didn't know if he was a receiver. You didn't know if he was if they were going to play him at corner, safety. So, yeah, it's crazy to see that a guy like that coming out of high school, going all around everywhere in college, playing different sports. Now he's an NFL MVP candidate is kind of wild.
Literally, anyone who tried to recruit Kyler Murray to play safety should lose their job. If you're a college football coach,
hey, I don't know if that's
and you recruited Kyler Murray to play safety.
SMU.
You should absolutely lose your job. You should be fired from your job. I'm not someone that wants to advocate for people losing their job, but you should not have a job.
You guys will find out very soon on this show. I am a guy that advocates for people losing their job. So.
How many, seriously though, Ryan, how many times have you ever heard that, like, a coach just say something about a player and you're just like, you are so dumb. You have no idea.
Like, remember they said Lamar Jackson is a running back?
Oh my God.
He does do a lot of running back like things, but he was an MVP at quarterback. So.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Hey, let's move on a little bit. We talked about how good the AFC West is. The NFC West is also really, really good. Which division do you guys think is better from top to bottom, the NFC West or the AFC West? Do we have a graphic for that showing that? Yeah. So we got Arizona at 4-0. We got the Rams at 3-1. Seattle 2-2. San Francisco at 2-2 with Deebo Samuel popping off this year. What do you guys think?
I'm going to say the NFC West because I think only San Francisco is a pretender, whereas I think Vegas and Denver are both pretenders in the AFC West. Where I think Kansas City is still the best team in the AFC. I know they're 2-2, but I really do think Kansas City is the best team in the AFC.
I think Seattle's a pretender.
Oh, okay.
I think the reason I say that is because they never play defense. Like, their defense is horrendous right now.
It's crazy because that's what they're known for like 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah, but now they're like you can have a football team.
I don't mean to cut you off, Ryan, but there is a poll running, and we do want to get the chat involved. So this is a show, right? This is a show that we're doing. It's almost like a podcast style show, but it's also Twitch, right? And what's a big part of Twitch is chat. So we're putting on the content, but you guys are a big part of that content too. So we are running a poll on the screen. So you guys can go to that right now. You can scroll over chat. If you're on your phone, I think you can look at it vertically and it'll show up. Maybe I'm wrong about that. Maybe production can help me out with that if I'm wrong. But
it's on the right side of your screen, yeah. It's up.
Yeah, you should be good.
I just want to say my chat is giving SMU a lot of love right now too. I just want to.
Nice, that's good stuff. That's good to hear. Yeah. That's good to hear.
In my chat, they're not. No, but the reason I say that I think they're pretenders is because their defense is really bad. Like, you can have the little Giants and they might run for 100 right now. For them to be an NFL team that you would consider a contender, like, they have to really step their defense up if they expect to win any serious games. They're good enough because of Russell Wilson, but sometimes offense isn't always the answer, and we've seen that last year in the Super Bowl.
Yeah, I agree with that. But my thing is, though, with Seattle is they score touchdowns. They don't squander their opportunities. They don't have to settle for 3 often. They score a lot of touchdowns. They put the ball in the end zone when they need to. I feel like, and Russell Wilson is still great. He's still one of the greatest quarterbacks in the league. He can move the ball whenever he wants to. Whereas I don't feel like Derek Carr can do that. And I think last night really showed us that, you know what I mean? I don't feel like Las Vegas is I just don't feel like Las Vegas has it. I feel like we do this with the Raiders often where we feel like they're going to be something and they just aren't. And I just don't see it. Their backfield's a little banged up. I don't know what it is. Like, I'm not, this is like not based on statistics. This is one of them hunches right here where I just don't feel like the Raiders are a real team. If the Raiders, they're 3-1 right now. If they finished 5-12, I would not be surprised.
Who? You said the Raiders?
The Raiders. Yes, I said that. The Raiders.
5-12?
Yes, that's what I'm saying.
Wow.
I do not think the Raiders are that good. I don't think
you're calling for John Gruden's job.
I'm not. No, John Gruden's got a contract till 2030, man.
If he goes 5-12, he's out of there.
He ain't going anywhere for a while. No way, man. John Gruden.
You start off 3-0 and go 5-12, you're getting fucked.
In the bowl.
No, he's got his contract lasts for another 9 years, doesn't it? He signed like a 12-year deal. They can't fire him yet.
It's 10 years. He got like 6 years left.
First year in his new stadium. No, they'll keep him at least one more year regardless. But I mean, either way, I just don't see the Raiders. And also in that, like I don't think this Raiders team is different from Raiders teams in the past. Whereas I just don't see them having it. Denver, I actually believe in them a lot more up until that Bridgewater injury. Like I said, I think Kansas City and the Chargers are both absolutely legit. Arizona and the LA Rams are absolutely legit. So that's what it comes down to me. I believe in the Seahawks more than I believe in the Raiders. Ipso facto, I think the NFC West is a better division.
All right.
Yeah, and it looks like was that the NFC West? Is that 58%? So
and the people agree with me.
Said 58%. So yeah, chat does agree with you. Yeah, chat does agree with you. That's very interesting. Now, here's what we're gonna do, guys. We are gonna take a quick little break here, a quick little 3-minute break, and when we're back, we are going to have a streamer and Packers quarterback joining us, Kurt Benkert. So he says he's the best Madden Fortnite player in the NFL. So we will be right back. Just sit tight real quick. If you guys are watching the streams on channel you haven't watched on, make sure to follow the channels. And we will see you guys in just a minute. We'll be back in a few minutes.
Adams on the post. We're gonna put Cobb out here. He's gonna run a fade, and then Quez. We're probably gonna get this to Quez, and we're also gonna run Bobby on a hook. So it's gonna be off of that left side safety. What does he do? If he stays over there, then I'm gonna work to the right. If he moves to the right at all, then we should have Adams, and then we want to have the running back on one of these numbers. And we got Quez. Stealing. Inside leverage on a corner. Clear it out with the go. Free catch.
All right. Welcome back to Let's Go Football. They call him the Tony Romo of Madden for a reason. Kurt Benkert, what is up, man? Welcome. Quarterback of the Green Bay Packers. How are you doing, man? We're excited to have you here, dude.
All good, man. Thanks for having me. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah. Now, we're going to have some questions for you in chat. You guys are also going to be involved here, like I said before. So if you guys have any questions for Kurt and you guys want us to shout it out, I'll try and do a little bit better job throughout the course of this segment to be looking at you guys and trying to push some questions to Kurt, because I'm sure you guys have plenty for Kurt here. But Ryan, how are you guys doing? Do you guys have any questions to start us off?
What's up, man?
I'm not gonna lie, bro. Like it's pretty nice to meet you, man. You're the first person I ever met with 3 first names.
It's not bad. It's tough. Whenever I have to get my first and last name somewhere, people always second guess it. But I'm like, nah, that's it. That's the right name.
You know, but it's pretty dope, though, man. I knew you guys were pretty scared last week when we blocked that field goal.
Look, I was just praying. That was the turning point in the game. Like that was a 10-point swing. Just glad he was offsides, man. We had a close one the week.
What? Like, we gotta put up a link for that because he definitely was not offsides.
Oh man,
I'm just trusting the refs, man. You know they get it right on.
Oh my god.
Can we pull that up?
I love this.
Never missed a call.
Yo, Kurt, I saw in there you put yourself in over Aaron Rodgers on Madden, which absolute respect. But how often do people come in chat and are like asking you like, what the hell are you doing, not realizing that you're playing as yourself, you know?
Well, the first question is like, wait, is that you? And I mean, it's people lose, and I think I'm like 8-2 online with myself. So like, people
Nice.
expect it's gonna be just like
That is sick,
an easy
dude.
game. So it's fun, man. We get some good laughs out of it and some really good clips for like TikTok and stuff. So it's all good fun.
Nice. Well, see,
Do you,
they're looking at your overall. They're looking at your
Yeah.
overall. They're looking at your other ratings. What they
Yeah.
don't see is the hidden dad rating, the family man rating.
That's
Can we
it.
show the video? We got the family man rating video right here. Can we show that video from Twitter here? Yeah, see, these are the intangibles. Look at that.
Oh,
that's it, man.
That's your daughter, right?
Yep, that was what 2 months ago, just about. Yeah,
That's
but
pretty cool, man.
she's running around now, man. She's walking, running around, jumping on stuff. It's crazy.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah, it
That,
happens
that's really
fast.
really cool to see you.
Appreciate
So,
it.
Yeah, that's awesome. So we talked a little bit before the show. We talked about you're very good at Fortnite, Call of Duty.
Mhm.
So when it comes to Madden, you're pretty good at Madden. Who do you
Yeah.
think is the best Madden player in the league?
From what I'm hearing, it sounds like it's Derwin James.
Derwin James,
I've
okay.
never played against him or anything, but I know that there's like a select group of guys that know how to exploit the cheesiness of Madden, and I won't stoop to that level, but some guys are good at it.
You're not gonna have
So
your.
you
You're not
saying-
gonna put
so-
your punter in as your quarterback and never pass.
No, I can't do it.
So you're saying that Derwin's one of those guys?
I mean, if you're gonna be one of the best, you have to be one of those guys. Like if you're gonna play against the pro players, you have to cheese. There's no other way around it.
That's very true.
Yeah.
Hey Kurt, you know your overall in Madden?
Do I know it or what's that?
Do you know it?
It's a 55. It's pretty terrible.
What's like the one thing though that you're rated low in Madden that you're upset about? I always hear people talk
Yeah.
about their speed. Like, what's the
Yeah.
thing that you really take offense to?
I would say throw in the run. That's like my bread and butter. And the fact that I can't throw slants in Madden consistently. I can't throw outs. And then throwing on the run in Madden, like that's the one thing I'm really like, I think I'm exceptional at, and I'm crap at it on Madden. So it's pretty frustrating.
Dude, how tilting
You
is
hear that,
Like,
EA?
you're running a
dude.
play. You're like rolling out. You might do like bootleg, something like that.
Yeah.
You're trying to throw an out route on the run, and you just like totally whiff. And then you're like,
Dude.
in real life, you know you can do that.
Like
You've been
so,
doing it for years.
I literally take those clips in Madden and I chop them up side by side with real life clips, and I post it on TikTok and I tag EA. And I'm like, what are we doing? Yeah. Oh, dude, no doubt.
Just trolling EA on that one, you know?
Yeah.
Oh, that's so
Yeah.
good. That's
I'm,
actually
Hey, Kurt.
I'm in their DMs, dude.
Hey Kurt,
cool time with you guys.
hey, so Kurt, did you see this weekend when Aaron and Coach Tomlin were smiling at each other?
Oh, yes, I did. Yes, I did.
Be ready, baby. We get
Look,
Aaron
I
next
knew
year.
where
Let's
you
go.
were going with this, man. I knew
Let's
it.
go, baby. Let's
Look.
go.
Look, all I can say is I know Aaron is really happy where he is right now, and you never know what the future's gonna hold. But if he's ever not a Packer, I think a team like Pittsburgh, like that's somewhere that you can be like, all right, that's like, hopefully he's
Oh,
a
yeah.
Packer forever. But if he's not, like I think that'd be a cool ass situation for him to go to. But
I think we
that.
figured. I think we found out this year he's not going to be a Packer forever. So
And you never know.
Yeah, I mean,
Dude, I can't even go into it. I can't
when he
go into
showed up
it.
looking like Castaway.
no,
in
no,
training
I'm not trying to picture in a tough position. I'm just letting you know.
Oh, you're good.
So next year, hey, it's all your team, Kurt. You know, it's all your team.
So you're saying for him to trade in the green for the black and just keep the gold?
Yeah, I'm cool with that. Hey, as long as he keep the gold and the black, I'm cool with that. You know,
Fun.
then
Dude,
hey, I have no problem.
Dude, all I'm gonna
gotta
say
go
is
to work
this guy
week, guys. Stop
This guy
trying
has
to,
a
like,
lot
go
of
to
years
the-
left in him.
No, he's not retiring. He's definitely not retiring.
Dude,
Know that.
What is
Crazy.
it like though? What is it like getting to like learn from one of the greatest quarterbacks of all time?
it's like, it's honestly like, obviously as a player, like you want to play, but this is one year that I'm like, I hope I don't play at all. I hope he just leads the way, take us to a Super Bowl, and just to be in the room and see how like he navigates through the week. This is just crazy, man. Like you get to see so many different things that from watching TV you wouldn't know. And like I didn't know that he called our entire 2-minute drill. Like whenever we get plays in the headset, like for 2 minutes, just take the headset off because it doesn't matter. He's just gonna go do his own thing. So it's like those little details, man. That stuff's so cool to watch.
Yeah, I mean, hey, you don't got to comment on this, but it sounds like if he had his way, he'd be making all the GM calls and everything too.
Man, as a bottom barrel guy, I can't say much.
Don't worry about that. Yeah.
They go to Green Bay to play with Aaron Rodgers. Remember that.
They should have like the captain and the GM on each side of his jersey. So he's making moves, dude.
Yeah, if he had his way, yeah.
Hey, Kurt, so
go ahead.
do you like Green Bay, man? How's Green Bay? Where are you from?
I'm from South Florida, so like I know it's about to change real quick up here and get cold, but it's so like it's cheap to live here. It's super simple. Like I went from Atlanta for 3 years to here, and it's just like slow paced life. I like it here a lot. My wife likes it here. It's a lot of stuff to do with the baby, so we're just trying to figure out what we're gonna do when it gets really cold and they can't go outside. So there's a bunch of indoor stuff.
Had you ever been to Green Bay before being drafted there?
I went.
Such an interesting town where it's like it looks like a rinky-dink podunk, like any middle American neighborhood, and then it's got a big old stadium right in the middle of it.
Dude, we came here in 2018 when I was with the Falcons, and it felt like I was driving through that 70s show. Like Red Foreman was gonna pop up like out of his like Wagoneer or whatever off the side, like, and then out of nowhere, this big stadium's there. But like, it's like what makes Green Bay Green Bay. It's just like an American town, and then football's at the center of it. It's pretty cool.
So actually, Ryan, you kind of went through the same thing, right? Do I remember right? You're from Florida. So going from Florida to Ohio State, all of a sudden, you had a lot of the same thing that you went through back in the day.
Yeah, man. When I left, I left high school early. So I left high school in January.
Oh yeah.
And so I went from high school to like the All-American game, and then from the All-American game to college. And when I left high school, it was 80 degrees, and when I got to Ohio, it was -10.
Oh my god.
Yeah, so look,
dude,
good luck, Kurt. Good luck, Kurt.
Yeah. We've already like started stocking up on parkas and all that other stuff. I don't even know.
Oh yeah.
It seemed like.
Once you get that,
Grant know about it.
Yeah.
Great.
So let's talk a little bit about your stream just for a second.
Yeah.
You joined Ghost Gaming in February. What's that about? How's that?
Yeah. So they like compete in a bunch of different like professional, like they do Rocket League and like Rainbow Six, like just a bunch of different pro teams. So I joined as a content creator, and I like take part in tournaments from time to time, but just kind of just being able to rep a brand that I like kind of have the same values as and want to produce content for, and just kind of break the barrier of like if you like are in sports, you can be in gaming too, and still take both seriously. Because I think up until the past few years, like if you told people you played video games in your spare time, it was like seen as a negative. But trying to just be one of the guys in the forefront of changing that narrative.
That's awesome. That is really, really cool. So yeah, I mean, just kind of taking your two hobbies, and you've been doing. Well, I mean, not just your hobby, but your job now, right?
Yeah.
With football and with the streaming and everything. So no, it's super, super cool to see that. Now we have one more question for you actually. We talked a little bit about Aaron Rodgers and kind of how things have been going with him. How much, whenever you're in practice, whatever, how much do you actively like work with him as like if you're a backup quarterback? Do you pick up a lot from him and just try and like piece together every little thing you can to kind of like up your own game, or how does that go?
Yeah, so it's been just crazy, like playing catch up for the past. I got here in like May, and then he obviously didn't come until the season started, like preseason. But like I've just tried to be a sponge, and he's so open. Like he wants you to ask questions. He's not one of the vets that's like trying to hold all this information for himself. I feel like he feels pretty secure in who he is and like what he does as a player. So he's an open book, man. And like if you're not asking him questions, it's kind of like I feel like it's almost disrespectful. So he's been really cool and takes the time to like explain like why he does stuff, not just say, hey, this is how it's done, which for me, like that's kind of how I learn. I need like an explanation and I need to go through it myself. So if it's like shifting just like the smallest little details of like wait for certain throws, and like I don't know, it's helped me a lot, man. I felt like I could actually go out and play more confident than ever in a new scheme and a new offense with such a short turnaround because of him.
That's awesome.
Do you guys just like practice like throwing flat-footed and like because you just
yes.
You just be just throwing it like it's just so like, accurate. It's like wow, man.
It's so Jordan Love and I were the two backups, and we'll like Aaron leads the drills off, and we'll just like look at some of the throws, and we're just like, I can't do that. Like that's like not even, we can't even replicate that. But we try to our best of our abilities. But every quarterback, as you know, Ryan, has like a different throwing motion. His is just like, it's just so efficient, and he doesn't really need his feet, and it just pops out like, I don't know, it's nuts.
Launches it.
Yeah, dude. Just, I mean,
insane.
Some of the throws he's made in games, if you were to watch some of the ones he makes in practice, because he's even riskier, is just like, this would be on ESPN for the next 3 days. So it's
oh yeah,
cool.
That's crazy.
No doubt. I have a guy, Len Bias. He wants to ask, how good is Devontae Adams?
Dude, I mean,
that's his name.
He runs like we were just talking about it in the game, dude. Is it the real Len Bias?
No,
it's probably not. I'm guessing not.
That was bad joke. But so like, dude, this guy runs like the same handful of routes, right? And we were just talking about in the game, like he had a really good move on Joe Hayden on like a little bubble he catches. And everyone talks about like we throw him a bunch of screens and this and that, but like they're all RPOs. It's like if we have numbers, we're giving it to Devontae. We want Devontae one-on-one with 4 yards of space versus running into a heavy box. Like it is what it is. So he uses the same 2 moves on the same guys, and it works every single time. And that's just one little bubble route. And then he has these back shoulders that he can catch. Like this guy is literally always open. The only way to stop it is like to literally double cover him tight.
Yeah.
Like, you can't leave any space, because then you have a guy like Aaron that's gonna fit it in there. Like I don't know. It's a dangerous duo for obvious reasons.
Yeah, that is awesome.
Well, Kurt, get used to Devontae, because Aaron's not going to anymore. So.
Oh my God, man! I'm gonna hear this probably 3 more times before this shit.
I'm just letting you know, hey, I gotta speak it into existence, man. Hey, I love Ben, but hey, it seems like Ben's about to retire soon, so we have to plan for the future, and the future is Aaron. So
yeah,
Shazir's just marking it down, like
dude,
like
manifesting. He's trying to
there won't
manifest
be,
this
so
so
half
hard.
the league in the services for it. Anyway, yo, who is just absolute dog water and Madden ratings, but is a god in real life? Who is that guy that needs their Madden ratings bumps? And you can say in the Packers or the league overall. Outside yourself.
There's a lot of, I think if you're not a starter in the league, your Madden ratings are probably terrible. I think one of the guys on our team that we have 2 receivers that I think deserve a higher rating, Marquez Valdes-Scantling and Alan Lazard. And they're like serviceable in Madden, but like these guys are guys that if they were on other teams would be even more featured players, that I think just because they're behind Devontae, like they don't get the respect they deserve.
Yeah, 100%. Hey, so here's what we're going to do. We are going to take another quick break here. Kurt's going to join us after the break, and we are going to talk some fantasy football. So during the break, there is actually going to be an assignment. Chat, you guys are going to have to build the best team with $15 from the list of guys that Ryan actually played against in the NFL. So let us know your answers in chat, and we will be right back for some more Let's Go Football in 3 minutes. See you guys.
Oh my God, where's that span even at?
Okay, get the picture flag next time, damn it. Unbelievable. Hey, these guys, I'm telling you, dude.
That's why he's the host. That's why he's our leader. He's our quarterback right here.
Unbelievable. Welcome back to Let's Go Football. We had some mix up of the pictures and the names a little bit. You'll be freaking kidding me. Welcome back. We're here with Ryan Shazier. I'm S-Fan TV. And GrandPooBear, joined by our guest for today, Ben Kurt, quarterback for the Green Bay Packers. And we are going to start off this next segment playing Pick 6. It's a game that we've come up with where we're going to go fast-paced. We're going to ask a lot of questions, and we're going to get you guys involved in chat with the poll. There's an on-screen chat widget, whatever, overlay thing that you guys are going to be able to start in too. So let's get it started. First up, Kurt, your Packers are going to Cincy to play Joe Burrow and the 3-1 Bengals. Who do you like this week? Who's gonna win? Will you give us an honest analysis? Do you think your team that you play on is gonna beat the Cincinnati Bengals?
Absolutely. Tough question, but absolutely.
Okay, very good.
Going to Cincy.
Very, very good. Very good. And we have a
He's too
poll on the
confident.
screen. We're going to be asking chat to see chat what they think. And my chat widget is actually not working on my stream, so I don't know why. But the poll is running right now. I'm hearing from production. So, oh no, it is working now. There we go. So, chat, go ahead and vote. It's over the chat. It's an overlay thing. Take your mouse, put it over your screen. If you're on mobile,
Be in vertical
It's
position if
it
you're
should
on mobile.
work.
If you're on mobile,
Yeah,
vertical position, and then
on mobile.
yeah, and it'll work.
Exactly. So you can
Yo,
vote. Who's gonna win? Chat, Packers or Bengals? Go ahead and vote.
I know
Right.
chat is going to pick the Packers right here. I understand that, but let me lay out why the Bengals are going to win this game. All right, Joe Burrow is the truth. Joe Mixon is hurt, but Joe Burrow is the absolute truth. He is coming into his own. He just had that wonder. As soon as I was going to say this, he just had that wonderful comeback against the Jaguars, the Urban Meyer coach Jaguars, which maybe isn't as impressive as I want it to be right now. But Joe Burrow is going to come in and make a statement win, a statement game over Aaron Rodgers this weekend.
Well,
It's just going to be his coming out party game.
Can we
you know what I
can
mean?
we clip this as like freezing cold takes for later?
Hey, this is
Packers,
it's the
Pat wins the Packers
AFC North
74%,
football.
by the way.
Yeah, I know
AFC
the
North
Packers.
football.
The Packers are. I know. I know this. I gotta play. I gotta play heel here on this one against the chat because I knew this was going Packers here.
Okay, good.
I mean,
we'll see
Kirk
what
that
happens.
alone
We'll
is
see what happens.
gonna.
That's
the
tough.
way.
So we're gonna go ahead and move on to the next question. Pick six. It's lightning round. We're going fast. The Chiefs are playing the Bills. This is question number 2. We're gonna have another question on the poll, another overlay thing pop up for you guys in chat. The Chiefs play the Bills this weekend in a rematch of the AFC Championship, and it's going to be a shootout. Who has the best offense in the league? Buffalo, Kansas City, Arizona, or Dallas?
Oh,
Where is this game being played?
Ooh.
playing in Kansas City.
It's in Kansas City.
Yeah, and the poll is up. The poll is up.
Buffalo,
So-
Kansas City, Dallas, or Arizona is the best offense.
Mhm.
I'm going with
I mean,
Arizona.
I personally, I love the Bills. I think Stephon Diggs, Josh.
Yeah.
I think Josh Allen he does not get nearly enough credit publicly, as I think he's way better than people give him credit for. Way better.
It was
I don't know
the
about in the league,
preseason.
but
Stephon, here's the preseason front runner for the MVP. What are you talking about?
I think leading up to this year, I don't think he does. Because I thought like maybe, you know what, you're right. This year things have started to change, but I do think last year and the year before, I think Josh Allen was way better than he gets credit for. Way better.
No, I think they're a
people are
great team.
starting
I
to
don't-
turn around now. I think people are starting to turn around now when it's like obvious you can't ignore him. But that's what I thought going into the season.
I mean, Buffalo too. They have a running game which they didn't have last year. Really, Singletary and Moss both look very serviceable. They're very. I mean, they just saw him put up 40. Really easy. I don't know, man. It's tough.
I think this is going
Will
to be
they
a
play the game?
conversation for like January. Like, if you have to go to Buffalo and play in Buffalo in January, like that's a Bills team you don't want to have to play. But
Yeah, for sure.
like Cardinals are going to be the more flashy, more explosive, like fun to watch probably. But I think the Bills are just going to be consistently like 30 points a game type team, and
Right.
you do not want to see them in Buffalo.
Okay. And
That's
the
my
chat says
take.
Cardinals win with 33%.
Stop
So-
fucking up to Ryan Shazier's chat.
Call him Mary for MVP.
Would not be
Okay, we got
shocked.
the next question coming up here. We have Ravens coach John Harbaugh. He said the team he called for the team to run for positive yards at the end of the game. This last week, it was a big story. People were saying, "Oh, is this disrespectful?" Whatever. Instead of kneeling, what did he do? He kept running the ball so that they could get another 100+ yard rushing game, and they tied the record for the most consecutive with, I believe, 43 in NFL history. 43 games in a row where they've had 100 yards rushing. What do you guys think? Do you guys think they should have kneeled, or should they have? Did they do the right thing by keep running? So poll is in the chat.
So football, it's an unwritten rule in that type of situation. In that type of situation, usually you're supposed to kneel the ball. But the way I feel and the way things are now in this day and time, do what you want to do. If you can't stop me, then I'm gonna do what I want. And that's exactly what happened.
Yep.
And that's why they ran the ball. It's disrespectful. It's mad disrespectful. But I'm going for the record. If it's me.
Yeah.
Yeah, Go ahead.
I'm in the same boat. I mean, like if you don't want them to have the record on you, then load the box up and stop the run. That's my opinion. Especially like what 2-3 yards away. Like they ended up with 102 yards rushing. Like
yeah, you
don't
knew
want
they were
them to
gonna
have
do
it.
it.
Yeah.
Pooh, what do you think?
You know what? I am totally okay with this. I'm totally okay with taunting. Bring back taunting. Bring back cell phones. Bring back Sharpies. Like, I mean, I know I'm talking to two of them right here, but like, these are grown ass men being paid hundreds of thousands, if not millions of dollars to play football. At the end of the day, like, your disrespect doesn't really matter to me.
Yeah, like it's just like you got to stop it. And most of chat agrees. 83% say I mean, obviously you're going to go for it. You're not going to let a record like that go away. I mean, that is a record that is probably not going to get broken.
Yeah.
So no surprise there.
Yeah.
Moving on to the next question, actually. So speaking of the Ravens, Justin Tucker actually hit a 66-yard game-winning field goal 2 Sundays ago, and Madden went ahead and put him at 99 overall. So this is the question people have been saying: is should any kicker be a 99 in Madden? And what do you guys think? The question's going to be, or the poll's going to be up in chat. So personally, I'll go ahead and say it. I think too many people look at overall rating. They look at that one rating and they don't look at, the kick power, the accuracy, the speed, agility. Like the average player, they just look at that one number, right? Yeah. And they don't think about like, oh, well, it's that at that position. So for me, it's a yes. What do you guys think?
I say yes. I think like as far as kick power and stuff, what was the 66-yarder hit the upright? Like he should.
No, it actually
whatever
hit
his
like
power is.
the middle.
Mm-hmm.
Like whatever his power is,
yeah.
as long as that's accurate, you can make him a 99. I don't like he's the best in the game right now, distance wise.
Mm-hmm.
Like as Stefan said, based off of his position and based off positions, I feel like that's how people should be rated. I don't feel like people should be basically rated off of how they relate with everybody else in the league. And I think Madden does that a lot. And I feel like they should based off of how good you are at your position. And Tucker's been the best at that position for at least 10 years. And they say consistency. He's been the most consistent kicker and probably the best kicker of all time when it's all said and done. So I think he deserves it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we got a yes from chat too at 81%. Pooh, you agree as well. So we're gonna move on again to the next question in pick 6.
Kick's gonna haunt me for.
I think you don't want to talk about it. Yeah, he just doesn't want to talk about it. He just says quiet yes. Here's the next question, guys. Look at this guy in the field. Is this going to be a touchdown or not? Can this guy, if this guy had a ball in his hands, would this have been a touchdown? Eluding security. Obviously, he's not down by contact.
Oh my god.
He didn't get touched, so he's not down.
Oh my god.
Would this right here have been a touchdown? Yes or no?
Did he just?
I mean, it looks like right here he hits the pylon right there as he goes out. I don't know why he was slowing down. He should have. I mean, I don't know if he was prepared for contact.
He was dancing.
There.
He was dancing.
I think he's pulling a Deshaun Jackson is what he's doing.
That's tough.
I'm surprised he didn't fumble. So.
That's not a touchdown. That's not a touchdown.
I mean, I don't know. Like the ball, it looks like maybe his hand was out there. Can we go back to that? Maybe it looks like the ball might have crossed. But the chat should be the poll should be up in chat right now.
The toes on the line right there. I mean, let's talk about the form though of that security guard right there. I mean, wrapped him up, takes his whole body weight, lays it on him right there. That security guard knew what he was doing. Why?
Yeah. And there is 20 seconds left on the poll here, chat. There's 20 seconds left on the poll. What do you guys think? See, so we have another guest joining us. Kurt, could you go ahead and introduce us to our new guest here?
This is Scout. She really likes streaming. She likes video games, and she thinks it's really cool. And she just woke up from her nap, so she wanted to say hi to Daddy.
Oh, very good.
Yeah, this is Scout.
Hi.
Little Mrs. Ben Kurt.
Yep. She's a ball of energy, that's for sure.
I can do my son pops on stream every opportunity he can too. He's 2.5, and same
doubt.
Thing. Yeah.
So, Scout, thank you so much for joining us today. Can you go ahead and let us know what's it like having a father who's an NFL quarterback?
She thinks it's cool because all she knows is that she gets toys when she asks for them, and she gets to do whatever she wants, which is No, I wish I lived that when I was a kid.
Yeah.
Limited
You know,
amounts.
Yeah, look at that. Look at the
gold flag.
intensity in her eyes.
Oh,
Look at
dude,
that.
she's on go
got that
all the
killer
time.
instinct. Look at that.
Yes, no doubt. Wanna go, mommy?
That is great.
That's part of working from home, right?
Yep.
Yeah, right.
That's what it's all about. That's what it's all about. So, Scout, thank you for joining us. We'll talk to you
Thank
later.
you, Scout.
We got the poll for that. 64% of chat said he was short. The guy did not score a touchdown.
Give
That's
it
what
to
happens when you
offense.
start showboating. That's what happens. Yeah, let's look at our next question here. We have one final pick. Would you try to capture an alligator in a garbage can?
That was bizarre.
Yeah.
I'm gonna default to Ryan Shazier from Florida here on this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because this is a
Kurt's from Florida.
Yeah.
Kurt's from Florida.
Oh, you're from Florida, Kurt. Yeah, you're from Florida. Sorry.
We're both of us are from Florida.
Both of you are from Florida. All right.
You guys
What
both
part
have
of
a lot of
Florida
gator
are you from?
experience?
I'm from Fort Lauderdale.
I'm from like Cape Coral, Fort Myers on the other coast.
Yeah, they have way more alligators over there, so heck him.
It is like that. I wouldn't say that that's uncommon, especially if you live on like a golf course or something. Like you just know like there could be alligators in your like Lanai area. It's all fair game. I don't know. Did you guys see the Kentucky? I think it was Kentucky football team. They played Florida this past week, right?
Yeah.
With them. Did you see their meme on this? It was even better than this one. It was pretty good. But yeah, this is
Yeah, because they're beat Florida, right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be. You said this is not uncommon. I'm gonna be honest. When I grew up in Florida, we never did anything close to this. So I would never get close to a gator. I'm not messing with it.
It's not uncommon to end up this close. Like I've heard of like people's dogs getting like just annihilated.
Yeah,
like,
eaten by gators.
Like
Yeah.
It's you gotta like, you gotta watch out, especially around like golf courses and stuff.
Yeah, your dog just can't be outside chilling. You know.
Yeah, no chance. Yeah.
That's wild.
I can imagine having about gators.
Yeah.
But don't y'all have lions in Detroit?
I mean, they're not that dangerous.
Oh my god. Dang. Next question.
Yeah,
That's
we had
funny.
69% of chat said they're good. They don't want to deal with no gators, and that's it for Pick Six. That is our first ever Pick Six segment. So that's something we're going to be doing, just fun little games and stuff that we're going to be doing here with our guests and with chat with you guys. So I'm glad you guys are enjoying that. Before we go, before we let Kurt go, you play fantasy, Kurt?
I used to in college a lot. I don't anymore, but I was actually single-handedly responsible for disbanding a league for winning 2 years in a row.
Really? And they just got mad about it, and you're like, this is dumb. They don't want to play anymore.
Yeah. Like I worked the waivers, man. I think good teams have to work the waivers, and that was what I was known for.
Yeah. Well, that's awesome. That's awesome. Well, here's what we're going to do. Speaking of working waivers, speaking of the incredible decision making that you've had in the past, we're going to give you some decisions, okay? And we'll see if you can make some of these tough calls. Okay, we're going to go through some sit or start situations for fantasy. Okay. Okay. So
I need your help bad.
Yeah, dude, I'm 0-4. I'm 0-4 in fantasy. I used to be good. I used to be like I think 3 years in a row I was either one or in the championship. But I need help too. So we got Trey Lance and Justin Fields. Who do you think is going to be the guy for this week? So
I'm going to take Trey Lance, and most of it, like obviously, I think he came in and played pretty well, right? Like when he had to.
So start Trey Lance.
I would say you have to start Trey Lance. He also
Really?
like that coaching staff, dude. Like they're gonna put him in a good position. That's a really good scheme to be in. Like I think a lot of guys can go and find success, and he's got the skill set to take it to the next level.
I'm listening to you. Okay.
Hey, hit me back at the end of this week.
I'm just gonna say, if you're deciding between Trey Lance and Justin Fields, you got issues at the quarterback position right now.
I have a. So look, I'm starting Daniel Jones, Trey Lance, and then I have Tannehill and Justin Fields on the bench.
well, hey,
How many
Yeah.
quarterbacks do you guys have?
Two QB league. Two QB league.
Yeah, we got 2 QBs.
Yeah. And here's the thing with Trey Lance, I think, and really Fields has this too. A lot of these quarterbacks coming into the league now, they find a way to get them the ball running, so you end up just like racking up fantasy points, just having like the dual threat option, or you get towards the goal line and they'll just run with it and they'll just score, get more points actually.
Last week, Justin played a good game last week, but in the red zone, they just didn't throw the ball.
Yeah.
Like, just throw the ball, please. Just throw it. Just throw it.
You know, but Montgomery's out for 5 weeks at least right now, so
Are you
they're
serious?
going to be in a much different position. Yeah.
Oh yeah, I'm definitely playing Trey Lance.
Yeah, and that's what chat says too. It's close, but chat says 57% for Trey Lance.
I love Justin though. I love Justin.
Yeah, they're both
I'm
good.
excited for both these guys.
Yeah, I think Trey's in a better situation, personally.
Yeah, I agree.
So here's our next one. Next one up. And actually, we're going to go to Ryan for this one. Ryan,
This
who
is
are
my
you
fantasy
gonna
team
finish?
too. This
Allen
is both
Robinson
my
or
I started
Steelers?
both of these. I started both of these dudes last week. Look at their points. Look at it.
Yeah.
That's tough.
CD had 8
Look at
targets in
that.
the last 2 weeks, and he had 24 the previous 2 weeks. So CD Lamb has
Right.
been, I mean, the volume hasn't really been there. But Allen Robinson has, I think, 149 total receiving yards this season. So both these guys have kind of been underperforming a little bit recently. What do you think if you have to start one?
I'm going with CeeDee Lamb. I have to go with CeeDee Lamb. I have
Yeah.
to. Like,
So-
the thing
so
is,
why
I
is that?
love Justin Fields, but it's like Matt Nagy does not want him to succeed. Just the way it looks, it doesn't seem like Matt Nagy wants Justin Fields to succeed. And I'm not saying that he doesn't want him to succeed, but he's not putting him in an offense that's tailored to fit Justin Fields. So with that happening, he's not throwing the ball to Allen Robinson, and with that happening, Allen Robinson is going to the bench. So
Chad agrees.
And we got 84% for CD Lamb. Look at that, chat.
The other 16% were Allen Robinson's family, so.
Yeah, true. Moving on to the next one, we have Mike Davis versus Zach Moss. So
I have Mike Davis also.
You got, dude. Is
this my fantasy team?
See,
Bro,
okay,
this my
look,
team?
listen,
Picking his
see, Ryan,
team.
Ryan, you're not supposed to tell him this, but we designed this segment basically to get chat's opinion and to help Ryan on his fantasy team. So we basically took his entire roster and just put it right into this thing. So,
You gotta start Moss. You have to.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's not like coming
touchdowns
from
per
like
game.
that's not like a salty ex-Falcon player that I just think like the Falcons are finding a way to get Cordell Patterson really, really involved in their run game, pass game, everything. I just don't think the touches are there, and I think against like the Chiefs at the Chiefs, not like the best defense right now. I think that's just the play.
Yeah, I mean, Zach Moss is in an offense that's scoring, lights out. I mean, sure, he's in a timeshare with Singletary, but I mean, Davis is, like you just said, in a timeshare with Cordell Patterson right now. Cordell Patterson seems like a much more explosive player. Zach Moss has just a lot more potential, not just this game, the rest of the season.
Yep.
Yeah, I feel like Cordell Patterson. I mean, I remember him coming out of college, and this guy is just he doesn't play one position. So having an offense, having a team, the coach that goes through and finds a way to creatively get him the ball is so big, and they're gonna keep trying to do that. As long as it's working, they're gonna keep trying to do that, passing it to him, running to him.
Is it working?
Cordell's a start if you can start him at the wide receiver position in your league.
But is it working though? Because they're not winning.
That's a fair question.
Well, the
Offensively,
offense
they're
hasn't been the
putting
same
up-
since Kurt left. You know what I mean? Like,
Look,
just,
man.
Exactly.
Yeah, big influence over here. I would just say like, I don't know. I don't want to go down that road. But
go down that road.
I would say
Zach Moss. Zach Moss at
Nah, you good,
72%.
Kurt.
yeah. Just follow chat on that one.
72%. So let's
Kurt is saying that the Falcons franchise is just like not it right now by his body language.
I'm just gonna stay away until I'm out of the league, and then I'll go back and revisit that.
Yeah, we'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
So, hey, great segment here. Kurt, again, thank you so much for joining us for our first show. It was a pleasure meeting you, getting to hang out with you a little bit. So, 100%. Thank you so much for joining us, man.
Thank you,
And,
man. It was a lot of fun.
yeah,
Appreciate you,
yeah,
Kurt.
Awesome, man.
Nice to
absolutely.
meet you guys officially. Yes.
Yeah, thanks so much.
So yeah, we gotta play some Madden sometime for sure. So,
Hey, count me in. I only have it for PC though. I don't have it on like any of the next gens, but I still I love definitely run, especially against you. You said you'd like to play like normal and not cheese.
yeah,
So
yeah.
So yeah, I'm all about it.
Yeah.
Count me in.
I'm down. Let's do it. So,
Awesome.
guys, we're gonna go to break here, and we will come back with some more Let's Go Football. We'll see you guys soon.
Sweet. See you guys.
All right, guys, welcome back to more Let's Go Football. I'm here with Ryan Shazier and GrandPooBear. We have had a great show so far, and we're going to talk about a few more things here. We are going to do some picks. We're going to do some football picks, and also we are going to talk about that $15 graphic that we messed it up a little bit. We talked about it, but we're going to talk about that a little bit and see how people would build their teams. So let's go ahead and start with that. We can pull that up on the screen here. Okay, so this is a team, or this is a list of players that Ryan, you played against, and we asked chat to say, hey, you have $15. Take $15 and build your team. And I want to see what you guys kind of thought. Who really stands out on this list to you, and who for sure would you want to have on your team?
One thing I think we need to, like, how is Russell Wilson a 2? But it's cool. Well, so the way I build my team is Russell Wilson, Devontae Adams, DeAndre Hopkins, and Derrick Henry. I don't need a fifth player.
You're just gonna play down one the whole time?
Just gonna play down one? Hey.
Just gonna play down one the whole time?
I'm cool like that.
I like, speaking of Russ at $2. There's some people like, how is Amari Cooper $1?
That's Travis Shamrock.
I feel like Amari Cooper, because he's not like he's not real flashy. You know what I mean? He's not the kind of guy who's like, oh, he doesn't run like a 4.2, and he's not.
How is Dez Bryant $4?
Oh, come on, this is Dez Bryant. It's Dez Bryant.
Andre Johnson or Dez Bryant?
Andre Johnson at $2 is an absolute steal if Dez Bryant's at $4.
True.
That is an absolute ridiculous steal.
I will say this though, yeah, Andre Johnson. I feel like some of these guys, it's like they're not as flashy, so then people kind of discredit them. Like Andre Johnson, I don't think I ever saw Andre Johnson celebrate once. He's like a football machine, just goes, catches touchdowns, and just hands the ball. So yeah, I think, but he was a freak though.
I'm not gonna lie. I love Devin Hester as a player, but that's gonna be a hard $5 you just spent. So hard.
I'm broke for that. I can't afford $5 for Devin Hester. I'm broke. I can't. I just bought a house. I can't. So.
That's a hard $5. I love Devin Hester, but hey, man, those $5 gonna hurt your $15.
It's gonna be rough. I mean, in the top right there, like I feel like Derrick Henry and Kelsey both like really stand out just at their position. But like Kelsey for $5 when I can get Jimmy Graham for $1, like prime Jimmy Graham catching balls from Drew Brees. Like,
oh yeah.
Yeah. I know that
that's what I had. I picked Brees and Jimmy Graham and Amari Cooper. I mean, it's just too good of a deal.
Yeah.
So chat, tell us too. What do you guys?
I know he hurt you a lot in Detroit. I know he hurt you a lot in Detroit, but Jimmy Graham is not better than Travis Kelce.
I'm not saying he's better than Travis Kelce, but I don't think Travis Kelce is 5 times better than Jimmy Graham. That's not.
I do.
Yeah. So like, I went straight down. Like I took Henry. I took Derrick Henry, Aaron Rodgers, Devontae Adams. Who's my $2 guy? Oh, Andre Johnson, and then Jimmy Graham. 2 wide receivers, 1 running back, 1 quarterback, 1 tight end.
That's kind of similar to Crazy D Lions right there.
Yeah.
If we can, I guess that ran off real fast. But Samson Paul also said he would take Breeze, Jimmy Graham, Derrick Henry, Andre Johnson, and Devontae Adams. So, what do you guys think about that team?
That's a pretty good team.
Yeah. We got Derrick Henry, Aaron Rodgers, Gates. Was that Antonio Gates? What Gates was that? Odell Beckham Jr. and then Amari Cooper from El
Why did nobody get Eli Manning?
Come on, bro. Come on.
Hey, I mean, some questions, Ryan, don't need to be answered. Okay.
Come on.
So, Amari Cooper, Russ Wilson, Devontae Adams, Tyreek Hill, and Derrick Henry from the dude. I don't know production if you guys can hear that. There's a little bit of buzzing going on.
I'd love to see Russell Wilson throw to Tyreek Hill. I would love to watch that. Yeah.
Yeah. Aaron Rodgers, Travis Kelce, Devontae Adams, Todd Gurley, and Jimmy Graham for Calamooch.
Why nobody got time?
It's too expensive. He got two. People are broke. People are poor. Yeah, they can't pay. They can't afford Tom Brady. Hey, he's a young man. He's a young man. He's still got some years on him. Who knows when Tom Brady's gonna? Actually, I'll be honest. I don't know if Tom Brady's ever gonna be done.
I think he goes 6 more years, man. Like,
6 more years.
dude, I think he outlasts like a large crop of current quarterbacks. You know what I mean? I think, dude, he doesn't feel like he's aging. He looks younger than he ever has. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. He's a freak. He's one of those insane people that takes care of his body in a like a crazy way. You know what I mean? Yeah, he's a freak of nature. Like I totally see it, man. Him and LeBron are gonna be playing when my kids have kids. Like,
hey,
they're
who
both
knows?
gonna be going.
At this point, who knows? Speaking of taking care of your body, chat, we're going to go ahead and take care of production real quick. And we will be right back with more Let's Go Football right after this. We're going to take a quick break and see if we can fix some things. So we'll see you guys in a second. Thanks. Welcome back, everybody. We are back with more Let's Go Football. We got some of the issues sorted out. Guys, we're a new show, okay? These things happen. So we're back with some more Let's Go Football with Ryan Shazier and GrandPooBear. Of course, make sure to follow their streams as well. If you guys are new here, make sure to follow the streams. We are going to do another game here. We're going to call this the Pick'em Challenge, okay? And this is going to be for Pooh here. So, the Pick'em Challenge. We've got a whole bunch of games to pick from, and GrandPooBear is going to be the grand pick master here. Okay.
Yes.
And we want you in the audience to vote for this too. We want you guys in the audience to vote for this too. But we are going to go ahead and look at all these games I have right here. So, first up, Pooh, you have to pick one side from each of the following categories. So, you're going to pick a road team to cover against a top tier opponent, and we're going to go ahead and start it right now, actually. So, Cleveland, +1 point at the Chargers. The Detroit Lions, +7 at Minnesota. Or Buffalo, +3 at Kansas City. So, pick one of these. Yeah, you pick one road team to cover against a top flight team in the NFL right now. And chat, you guys are out there too, so.
Listen, first of all, shout out to our producers for putting Minnesota as a top flight NFL team right there. But as much as I would love to pick the Lions to cover that, and the Lions traditionally are very good against the spread, unfortunately, I can't pick that one. I'm looking at Minnesota to have a big bounce back game at home right there. They have not had the explosive offense that they've had in the past season. I'm looking for that to change right there. Cleveland at the Chargers, we talked about how good the Chargers are this year. Not that Cleveland's not bad, but that is just not enough points for me to jump on Cleveland. Now, what I'm looking at is Buffalo +3 at Kansas City, because not only are you getting those points, Buffalo could very well win that game outright, send Kansas City to 2-3. Buffalo is so dang good. I think most people feel like they're the best team in the AFC right now. They're coming off 40 points. They have everything. They got Knox at tight end. They got Stephon Diggs at wide receiver. We talked about Singletary and Zach Moss as a two-headed running back position, and Josh Allen, who is just playing absolute lights out right now. Kansas City has a lot of question marks. Their defense is questionable at best. I am taking Buffalo right here as that road dog pick.
So
I'm gonna have to go with Cleveland on this one because the game is already close. And to be honest, the Chargers are a great team. They're one of the better teams in the AFC. But I feel that Cleveland is a better defensive team right now. And I feel like they have enough weapons to compete with them. So I think this game can go either way. So honestly, I think that's why I'm gonna go with Cleveland on this one.
okay.
I'm gonna be honest. Detroit's playing like dog water right now, and Buffalo.
Seven's a tasty spread. Like, don't get me wrong, 7 is a very tasty spread. But he's right. I can't rock with Detroit. The Buffalo's a good one too, but I'll have to go with Cleveland.
Okay. Well, it looks like the fans agree with GrandPooBear. So it looks like chat says that it's going to be Buffalo. I'm a Buffalo guy too. I'm a 1 year plus Bills bandwagon fan. So I'm going to go with Buffalo. I think that's going to be a big one this week. So that's my call for this one. Next up, we're going to pick a favorite to cover a big spread. Okay, a big spread. We've got the Bucks hosting Miami, the Dolphins. We have, and that's -11. We got Dallas -7.5 against New York, and then Baltimore -7 against Indiana. So just real quick to explain to the chat, -11 means that you are favored by that much.
Yes,
right.
That
so
means
it's the opposite of what's intuitive. So -11 means you're supposed to win by 11. So go ahead.
Tampa Bay right there, exactly. They need to beat Miami by 12 or more points, which, don't get me wrong, I think Tampa Bay is a significantly better team than Miami, but beating any NFL team by 12 or more points is very difficult to do. I don't care how bad they are. Like, it just is not an easy thing to do. So that's why I can't take the Bucks right here. That to me is the classic betting game of they're working the casual bettors right there on that. You know what I mean? Like that line should be moved more to like a 9-8 in my opinion. Dallas 7.5, same thing. I mean, that's over a touchdown against the Giants. A divisional game. Danny Dimes.
Those games are always close.
Yes, divisional game. Giants Cowboys are just always close. Danny Dimes is playing great. Saquon Barkley finally is starting to look like Saquon Barkley again. Kenny Galladay is due for a breakout game on that squad right there. just could not take over a touchdown like that. Maybe if it was a 6-point spread, 5-point spread, I could go with the boys. But right here, we're looking at Lamar Jackson and that Baltimore team, which to me, favored by 7, is the one that is most likely to cover right there. Baltimore, outside of the Lions game, has looked relatively damn good this season. And they even won that Lions game, which they were favored. They were a big favorite in that one too. This to me seems like the one. It's a Monday Night Football game. It's late at night. Lamar Jackson loves the lights. John Harbaugh loves the lights. Like, I just feel like that is a better team top to bottom than the Colts. They are most likely to win out of these big favorites.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, Chad,
I'm going to have to go against both of y'all.
Yeah.
I'm going to go against both of y'all, and I'm going with the Dallas Cowboys. Right here, the Dallas Cowboys, we talk about how they have possibly one of the best offenses, the best quarterbacks in the league. And y'all said it. Trayvon Diggs is the best corner in the league. That's what Estefan said, right? So I'm going to rock with it. And hey, I like the Cowboys over the Giants right here.
well, there we go. And Chad agrees with you, Ryan. So chat, 45% of chat says Dallas will cover the spread against the Giants.
That's a classic divisional game where a bad team beats a good team in the division.
Dude, you never know what's going to happen with those games, especially Cowboys Giants. I don't know what it is. That's the kind of game I would not want to touch, just to be completely honest with you guys. But hey, we'll see what happens. This is our last category, and this is just a straight up, we're going to pick an upset, no points, no weird stuff. Who wins? We got Washington at home against the Saints. We've got San Francisco on the road against Arizona. And we have Denver on the road at Pittsburgh. Who do you guys pick?
You know who I'm picking.
You can't pick Pittsburgh. That's not how this game works. So you can't take Pittsburgh. You would have to take Denver. I'm right here. I'm taking Denver on the money line. Denver is a dog that's going to win outright this week. They're first of all the best rapper in the league. Drew Lock, is going to be starting for Denver. We know he's gangster. We know he's ready. Granted, he didn't have the best record last year, but I feel like he's going to come in, show. I don't really feel like this. What I'm going with is the fact that Ben Roethlisberger cannot throw a football farther than I can at this point in his career anymore. All right, I can outthrow Ben Roethlisberger. He can go about 5. I can throw it about 15. I win.
I'm gonna be honest.
He beats this good.
I'm gonna be honest. You cannot continue. Y'all cannot disrespect Pittsburgh no longer in this show. All I'm saying is TJ Watt is 100% healthy now, and he's ready to go. And you're talking about Ben. Have you seen Jameis lately? Have you seen Jameis?
Dude, hey, I'm telling you, that first week.
I'm going with Washington.
That first week.
Chase Young wins the game. Chase Young wins. And McLaurin wins the game. Basically, Ohio State wins the game.
I mean, for real though, can we talk about Jameis for a minute? Because look,
he had 5 touchdowns that first week, and everybody and their mom was talking about how Jameis, he's got it. He's finally figured it out. I'm like, bro, no. For 184 yards, that short field, that defense gave them those 5 touchdowns. Okay?
Y'all playing Aaron Rodgers though.
I mean,
y'all playing Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah, it's when you have a short field. I don't know. I think a lot of times it can be misleading, man. It can be misleading.
Yeah,
so.
I totally agree on that. And the weirdest thing about Jameis is I thought he could throw for volume. I thought he could throw for yards. I thought the yards would be there. It was the turnovers that wouldn't be there. But it just looks like he can't throw for yards anymore. But in a different way where Ben can't throw for yards, like a much different way.
I just don't feel like the scheme fits him that well. Honestly, like he wants to throw it down the yard and they don't really let him, so it doesn't fit him well. Honestly, that's what I think is going on right now. And don't worry, like you guys hear it now. Ben is going to turn it around and win the game.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens. But the chat does not agree with you. The chat says that Denver is going to come into Pittsburgh and they're going to beat the Steelers. So. Chat says that. We'll see what happens.
Come on, chat.
Ryan, here's something I've noticed. Ryan is he's either going for if he has to vote on something, he's either voting for the Steelers or he's voting for Ohio State, and there ain't no change. it's just what is happening.
You do the same thing for SMU. You played there.
Well, yeah, but listen, no comment. Guys, we're going to take another break right now. We're going to take our last break. We're going to come back with our final game of the day. So we'll be right back with more Let's Go Football. Thank you guys so much for joining us. It's been an absolute blast so far. So
I feel bad for all those deep ball wide receivers in Pittsburgh that got to run, 5 yards in.
I feel bad for anybody in Detroit right now.
Yeah, so do I. Yeah.
yeah. Guys, welcome back. Welcome back to Let's Go Football. I'm back with Ryan Shazier and GrandPooBear. We are almost at the end of the show. So quickly, what we're going to do is we are going to go through and we're going to review some of the picks we've made. We're going to get a graphic on the screen here of what Pooh Bear and the fans have picked. And let's kind of compare the two here. So our picks here were Bills for the Road Dog, and the chat agreed. We had the big favorite with the Ravens, and the chat says the Cowboys. And then for the upset, it's going to be the Broncos. So,
was that 2 versus 3 or like ours? Like, I'm guessing the 2 versus 3, like that's how it turned into ours. Okay, I just wanted to make
and if you're parlaying this, I just want to throw this out there. If you are parlaying this in a hypothetical world, if you're in gambling's legal, I just want to point out that Ravens game is Monday night, so you would have a chance to hedge your bet if you're 2 out of 3. Just saying, just throwing that out on the parlay for your gamblers out there in a hypothetical world where gambling is illegal.
And, just hypothetically, I'm sorry that you all losing this bet. So hey, it is. Hey, it's cool though. Hey, I hope everybody wins on that Buffalo and Cowboys, but
yeah,
it's unfortunate with that Broncos game.
I've seen too many. I've seen too many close Cowboys Giants games to touch that one. I do think the Ravens is going to be the guy. I think the Bills is going to be the guy. And then I actually agree with you, Ryan. I think the Washington's going to win their game. So for the upset, man. And speaking of Washington, man, Chase Young is absolutely. I think Chase Young. I think we talked about this yesterday. I don't remember when we talked about this, but we were talking about best players in the league, and Aaron Donald came up. I think Chase Young has the potential to be that kind of guy. I think he's an absolute monster. What do you guys think?
No, I think he's gonna be the next. I ain't gonna say Aaron Donald, but I feel like he has like Julius Pepper type of vibe to him.
Yeah.
Or like I think he's gonna be one of those type of guys. He's gonna be a dominant force throughout his whole career. He might win the Defensive Player of the Year 1 or 2 times. I don't know, but I think he's gonna be somebody that's gonna be consistently considered one of the great players in the NFL while he while he plays. I'm over here reading the chat and I said talk.
Yeah, he's definitely gonna be. Yeah, you gotta game plan around a guy, and anytime you got a guy in your squad that you literally have to that can adjust the whole team's game plan, he's gonna be a massive difference maker. So.
Yeah, absolutely. And here's what we're going to do, chat. For the rest of the show, we're going to be doing an Ask Us Anything. So if you guys have any questions, in chat, I'll read them out. Make sure to get involved, get in chat. Come talk to us. If you guys are new to Twitch, some of you guys might not even have a Twitch account. So make sure to make a Twitch account and get involved in chat, get involved in the community. So it's not something that a lot of people think about a lot of times. But if you're new to Twitch, go ahead and feel free to make an account, follow the channel, get involved in chat, and go ahead and ask. So Calamooch has a question for you, Ryan. He says, who's the best smack talker in the league?
So what is crazy is when I was playing, people didn't really talk that much smack to me, so I definitely heard my teammates talking smack to other players, but people didn't talk much smack to me. But it was crazy. Phillip Rivers, when he used to talk smack, he used to like talk smack but like not cuss. So like he'd be like it's like weird. It's like he'd say like it's hard to like really like say what he would say, because like most people would be like, man, I'm gonna like beat your ass or da da da, or you sorry shit or something. And he'd be like, man, like that's why you got ran over. Ha ha. And then like walk away or something. I'm like, what? Like like he'll do it but not curse at you, and it was just like to kind of catch you off guard. But it was
did you ever play against somebody who they didn't say a lot of like they didn't say a lot of things that were bad, but they said a lot of things that were really like mean. Like they were really good at just like kill shot, saying specific things that really got to you or got to anybody else.
No, that's the type of person I am. I'm more of a, I don't talk shit. I don't talk shit, but like if you start to bother me enough, it's like I just really go for the low blow, and it's like I don't do it on purpose. But
you like Google, Google them. You know what I mean? Check their Wikipedia before the game, and it's like
no, it's definitely been times I don't really.
Cheerleader in college. I'm gonna mention her. You know what I mean?
It's like I don't really do it, but it's definitely been times I thought about like I'll play a guy, and then like if you know he talking shit or something like that, and like all right, man, just tell Stephanie chill out, and then like Stephanie will be his sister or something. He's like, yo, hold up. And it's like, how you know my sister's name? Yeah, so it's just like little stuff like that. It just like throws people off guard. Like how you know my sister's name? And like, what are you doing? Like, stop, like keep my family out of this. Like, keep my name out of it. Don't talk about it.
Who do you think is the best defensive player? I am Redmond is asking. Who do you guys think is the best?
The best player in the NFL right now is Aaron Donald. He's been the best.
Yeah, that's who I'd got to. I love it.
It's not even close. Aaron Donald, he's the best player in the NFL, and has been the best player for like the last 5 years.
What do you think?
You know, like it's.
Yeah, I mean, Aaron Donald's incredible. I mean,
yeah.
You just like we were talking about earlier. You have to adjust for him. You have to know where he is on the field at all times. You got to put multiple bodies on him, or he's getting through. And you know, anytime one guy can occupy 2, that's gonna be a problem.
Yeah.
Last week, I literally said Aaron Donald was the greatest defensive player of all time. So
all time.
definitely the best player.
Damn.
Wow.
Yes.
All time.
Yes,
there's been a lot of players. That's a big praise. But
it's only been 3 players. There's only been 3 players that win Defensive Player of the Year 3 times. Right?
Who are the other 3?
J.J. Watt, Aaron Donald, and Lawrence Taylor. And Aaron Donald is most likely going to win 4. So
probably will actually. Yeah, he probably will. Wow.
So
here's another question.
If he wins 4,
Spooky Mallard. Yeah, if he wins 4, then it's over, right? I mean, then he's the guy. But Spooky Mallard has a question. This one's brutal. Who's gonna exit the league first, Tom Brady or Zach Wilson at this point?
That one hurts Gabe. That one hurts Gabe. That
is too.
Gabe's a Jets fan. So that's gonna hurt him.
Oh.
And I'm gonna have to go.
Definitely Zach Wilson. It's definitely Zach Wilson. 100%. That's cold to ask that, but it's 100%.
Is it to leave the league or like leave the Jets? Like the league,
the whole
league. Oh man, I'm not gonna say that. Like
no, there's no shot. I think Zach Wilson is gonna be fine. Look, I think
what's fine though? Like what's fine? Like Mark Sanchez fine or like
he's gonna be fine. Okay, he's gonna be fine.
So what, I mean, like okay, let's say Zach Wilson, right?
Okay.
Peter's out in 2 years in New York, and he's a backup for how many years do you get to be a backup before they let you go?
If you're good enough, you'll play forever.
Do you think Zach Wilson can possibly be Tom Brady's backup?
You think he ends up behind Tom?
I don't know, man. And it's not even like I feel like if Zach Wilson, if you traded him with Trey Lance in San Francisco, I think he'd be in a much different position. But I just think the Jets have no.
They got no help.
Nothing.
The Jets are like the Lions. They're like the Lions.
Yeah, I get it. Actually,
no,
that's not even true. That's not even true because we got 42 draft picks the next 3 years. Like we have a lot that we.
The Jets have done that before. The Jets have done that before.
I don't know,
dude. I just you know what I love watching? I love watching the angry Jets fans compilation of the NFL draft. Have you guys seen that video on YouTube? It's them just booing their first round pick. It's so bad.
So like if they started cheering for one, they might actually win.
Maybe.
Karma for hating on people.
It's a self-fulfilling prophecy. They get well, like. I mean, I don't know. It's one of those things where it's like, really, why'd you draft this guy? But at the same time, it's like, can we get some support? Come on. We got another question here, and we only got a couple minutes left, chat. So if you guys want to ask a question, feel free to go ahead and ask a question in chat. GB Belfort asks, who is your favorite rookie that nobody is talking about yet? Do you guys have one? Favorite rookie that it seems like nobody is talking about?
I didn't think about that one yet.
I mean, if I had one, they'd be talking about him, right? You know, like.
Yeah.
Don't y'all have like a rookie O-lineman or something that's doing well right now? The Lions?
Yeah, I mean, but we're not gonna. We're talking about O-lineman right now. Is that what we're doing? Like, you know.
You could be doing well. You just never know.
You know what? I mean, with all due respect, we do, but I don't know if he's doing well or not. I got to be honest. Like, I have no idea if he's doing well. Like, you know, like he's not Orlando Pace out there just pancaking everybody. Like, I don't know what. I mean, I'd love to say, like, as a sophisticated football fan, like I knew the ins and outs of every offensive lineman, but I could not give you his.
I don't know. Let me. It's hard for me to say because they talk about Michael Parsons a lot. They talk about like the one person I like that's doing well is Jamar Chase, but they talk about him a lot. You know, so
yeah, that's the thing. Like I think a lot of people. Like if there's a rookie that is doing well, people are going to talk about him a lot. Like, and I do think
saying Rondale Moore.
Rondale Moore.
Yeah, he's a good one.
Has he been doing well this year?
Arizona.
Yeah, like one really big game, and the other one's been like,
yeah.
So.
So, we got one final question here. This is going to be our last question of the day, chat. And this is from Cold Juice. Who do each of you think has the best chance at a Super Bowl this year? I'm going to go ahead and start it off. I'm going to say I think the Bills have a shot. I think the Bills.
Are you about to say? What are you about to say? Yeah, what do you put?
You know who that is?
A Pro Bowl jersey, like
that's the Steelers.
You think the Steelers?
jersey?
The Steelers, right?
No, the Steelers are not going to the Super Bowl, Ryan. Listen, Ryan.
No,
we're gonna have an intervention with you, okay? We're gonna have an intervention.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
The Rams, okay. I think the Rams are a good pick. Rams are a really good pick.
I think.
I mean, right now I have to go with the best team in the league. That's Arizona. I mean, right now, week 4.
Arizona. Okay.
Yeah.
I think all three of those seem good picks. It'll be interesting to see how it all shakes out. I said the
you
Bills.
said the Bills?
Yeah.
Not the Cowboys.
Guys,
it's the best chance.
Yeah.
The question was
we're gonna
the
skip
best
over the Cowboys.
chance. You know what I mean?
We're gonna skip over the
It's
Cowboys.
crazy. We're going to have to start talking about your team. I'm just going to let you know that. We're going to talk about
because if we start talking about them, we're just gonna lose. Okay, that's just how it works. As soon as we start talking about them, it's gonna get bad. So I'm just gonna let it ride out a little bit to the point where I can't do any damage. But guys, thank you so much for joining us for our very first episode of Let's Go Football with Ryan Shazier, former Pittsburgh Steelers linebacker, with GrandPooBear and myself, SFan TV. What we're going to be doing is I'm going to keep streaming, and we're going to be rating my channel if you guys are watching on the Twitch Sports channel, and we're going to keep it rolling. So we'll be doing some stuff. Great show. Incredibly happy about how this first show turned out. Thank you for Twitch for putting this on. Pooh for joining us, Ryan for joining us. It's gonna be a great rest of the season. So we'll be doing this every Tuesday at noon. So mark it on your calendars. Let everybody know. We'll be doing the football show here. Let's Go Football on Twitch every week. So again, we'll be seeing you guys next time. So thank you guys so much. Bye, everybody.
Peace.